Communication, the engineer's greatest weakness, but if you take the time to master it, it can be your greatest strength. ENG 142 is your first stab at engineering communication, but you're not going to master these skills here. You'll have to work on them for the rest of your life. I certainly do. Engineering is a collaborative business. You'll be communicating with your peers every day, but this is not the focus of this video. Here we're going to discuss the three main ways that engineers communicate with clients and the public. These are reports, oral presentations, and poster presentations. Each of these serve a different purpose, and I'm going to speak to them based on the idea of an engineering project. A written report or paper is often provided at the culmination of a project. It is a very detailed document. The logical process followed throughout the project should be clear, and the report must be detailed enough so that a person can recreate the entire project from beginning to end. This does not mean that the final report has to be long. I don't know where people got the idea that length indicates the amount of work. I often find that the laziest students end up having the longest report. Why is this? Because lazy students don't like making tables, graphs, and figures. They would rather write 2 pages of words than make one illustrative figure. Sometimes it is as simple as taking a picture. Lord knows you don't carry a camera around with you everywhere. Oral presentations are a succinct way of highlighting the logical process followed through the project. It is shorter on details. If someone needs the complete details, they can read the report. The oral presentation is a way of sharing your design and process with large groups. The presentation method does not require a preparation on your audience's part. At the end of the presentation, there is time for questions. Poster presentations are a way of engaging in an interpersonal discussion about your project. The poster should be eye-catching and draw people in. Once a person has viewed your poster, they should have the main logic and details behind your work. You are then there to have a discussion with your viewer. It is often the most constructive way of presenting your work. Now, let me give you what you're all looking for, a list of parts for your report, presentation, and poster. To get started, each of these must start with an... Well, forget this. I'm not giving you a list. This puts me on the fast track to reading 50 reports all containing the same sections with little to no thought put into why they are there. If you were paying attention to my previous discussion, you will have noticed that the common thread throughout all of the communications types is logic. The logical process is the key that strings all of these things together. What guides your logical process? Why, the engineering design cycle. I would advise you to use this to begin structuring all of your reports and presentations. It takes thought and planning to communicate well. Now, I know every teacher you ever had made it seem like they can write a paper, report, and give a presentation with little to no preparation. That is frankly a lie, and you should really stop worrying about it. Good communication involves you describing the logical process you use to an audience. It is something that requires hard work and practice.